WHPNN Radio Network. WHPNN Radio Network proudly presents Club Saturday Night. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Club Saturday Night right here on WHPNN Radio Network.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune.
The speed is military. Cause I'm the most, you don't win it, don't host. One thing you should never forget, this is my command post. Stand and watch forever and ever. Suckers taking me, I will be clever, but never. I'm rolling a head crack, so baby, what's due? Yeah, I know you wrote CeeLo, but I ain't paying you boast the jam. Damn, like I was Frazier and counting KOs, but the damage I do is major. Military, hardcore, very cold, strike to the air, declaring lyrical warfare. Leave suckers in the place, don't get on. You're going AWOL, drop a brick for fun, prisoner. A war of these 80s, Marine Corps rap, that's me, don't try to play me. Platoon annihilated by lyrical napalm, believing what's right, and I'll bear arms. The speed is military. Ground attack, that's what I'm calling MCs around me. They're all falling, I'm a colonel of all kind of rap styles. You're just a private, it's gonna be a while. Strike to years of battles over my peers. It took drills and kills to shake the hand. I shook boot camp, 12 weeks, you made it. Uniform, DOR, and we take it. Section 8, you're out of here, my brother. The graduation pictures, to show your mother incoming. Rap was our bowl. Next thing you hear, fire in the hole, they're missing. In action like Jackson. Push the button, and people are asking nuclear. Why do we have it? Plain and simple, Gorbachev got it. The speed is military. Hardcore military. Medals is what I receive from missions and songs like these. MCs are bringing tools, they can't hack it. Yeah, okay, I wear full metal jacket. Apocalypse, now or later. It don't matter, cause I ain't afraid of the enemy. And you can quote what I said. Yo, troops go to infrared. Cause
Jam, baby.
was put out a jam on a sneak tip. The tides turned, and I beeped it. Budget for my military large. The budget for your jam, minimal Sarge. Green Beret, Special Forces Battalion.
Large.
I got a Panda Battalion. Wait a minute, this beat ain't through. You ain't the Smith, you're only a corporal.
Club Saturday night. Club Saturday night. Club Saturday night.
Military. Hold it. You disobeyed my order. Yo, should I bust 'em? Yeah, be your order. Nah, I got a better idea.
Tapping on that doorstep.
Wanna
see that boogie in.
Yeah, I can see right through 'em. And word about a thing, the enemy will do 'em. Chance, he might escape. Nah, not even Rambo could dodge his fate. This is military.
Woo, I'm feeling it, baby. I'm feeling it.
Hardcore military.
Club Saturday night. Jam, baby.
Rise and shine. Fake MCs, your asses are mine. Marine Corps gear, box machine, yeah. Mics and turntables, you know what I mean. 24/7, I'm giving inspection. My rhymes align, I make a perfect selection. Def Jam, what's that? A recut? What? In your wall locker, I'm writing you up, so just laugh. And joke like it's bull, but like a tow truck, I got pull. Moving the crowd like it should be a massive. My regime, absolutely badass. The speed is military. military.
Woo, Lord, I say jam in the box here tonight on Club Saturday Night. Ah, man, glad to have the crew back here with me. Dave the man is in the house. What's up, Dave? I got an echo, my brother. Couldn't hardly get rid of mine yesterday, but man, I'm glad you're here today. So we can do what we do, how we do, when we do. Also joining me, of course, is Dr. G. He's our music arranger. He's here too. What's up, Doc? Doc came in, Dave. He got you beat. He came in with some beer, and you didn't come in with anything. He must have called you. He must have called you at home. Ah, okay. Because Doc came in with the beer. What's up, Doc? All right. He's here in the house. Dr. G. And, of course, Dave, the man, and the young lady that is with Doc. Where's she going? Bathroom. Oh, okay. What's her name? Cindy? Oh, okay. What's up, Cindy? Thanks for joining us here live in the studio, baby. In the back room. Man, and it is a back room. Trust me, it is. And we are here, right here in the back room. Wanted to go quickly today. Got something in the news. Let's do. Okay, in the news. In the news taking place in these particular suburbs in our neck of the woods. Of course, you know we are streaming nationally throughout the internet. We are streaming worldwide. We're streaming to over 200 countries to let us come into their neck of the woods to bring them what? Club Saturday Night. Glad to do so and glad that they're joining us on Club Saturday. Thanking you, our social media, just as well, for you taking the time out of your day to do something that you could be doing, something else. But we appreciate you taking the time out to tune in to Club Saturday Night, and we definitely going to keep you hopping and jumping and bopping with some good music, and we thank you so much. We're still working on the Live 365, getting that together. Hopefully, I should say knowingly, this will be together by next week. We are looking at that as a deadline, so we'll be streaming from Live 365. Now, that'll be something great. And streaming from Live 365 allow us to be connected to our social media, so we can go vital if you want to. Okay, we can. I shouldn't say vital. Vital is when everybody listen to you. Okay, we can go visual with that. Okay, and so that's something real good that we can do. Live 365 take care of all that for us. They get everything that we need, the license and everything that we need to be the internet radio station. So we're so proud of that and glad that that is going to happen. We are just picking up and learning the software. Dave, you did your training today too. Yeah. Okay. I did too. I did 4 hours today. I couldn't stay for the 6, but I did 4. I had to go. I was like, so much that your mind can take, and then all of a sudden you start falling asleep while they're telling you. It's getting a little boring, even though you're excited about it, but it's getting a little boring. And so I knew I needed to get away. So we're going to be picking it up again on Monday, from my understanding. Of course, I know I'll be in the office on Monday doing what I do on Monday, but we're going to give them 2 hours of my time so we can get that buttered up whilst they're here. We're going to take advantage because Monday is the last day when they leave. So we want to take advantage of that. So I want to talk about what happened in the suburbs. And some of you may have already heard, or if you haven't heard, it was posted out there on my social media and on others' social media too that live in the area of Matteson, Illinois, Park Forest, Illinois, Olympia Field, and Richton Park. These are predominant black suburbs that has black police officers and white police officers there too, just as well. And there are about 4 schools that surrounds that area and takes the children in an area. We went outside of the area and got a prominent school board president that came from Chicago, great credentials and all, but it looks like that somebody pushed her down the stairs, or she slipped down the stairs and hit her head. And the school board is dazzled, like somebody went in there and put some dazzle smoke in the meeting, and now they walk around dazzled. And I say this because they voted without even communicating with the community that they serve and sending out information relating to that to get feedback from the community. That's how you do it. That's how you do things right. When you care about the community, when you're in the community and you want to do well for the community, that's how you do it. How you don't do it is the way that they did it, by putting forth the process. And now the teachers are telling the students that probably sometime next year, these schools will be all closed. Rich Central is one, a very prominent school that has a good reputation and a good reputation of learning, and so many people has gone through Rich Central. Now the reason for the closing is because they say that enrollment is low, and based on what we've gotten in and went out and saw for ourselves, not just get it in, but we went out to the schools ourselves, and then when the bell rings, you can tell a school that got a lot of students. Well, the hallway is not heavy, so they're right. Enrollment is low, and that's a common sense and a common denominator, because most of the kids that have gone to high school prior to has already graduated and gone on to college and have graduated college just as well. And now the parents are in the age stage of 60 and 65 in that comfortable final legacy drive, and just writing their opening chapter of their final legacy. And if they have high school children, it is probably grandchildren that they're taking care of, or they adopted some kids that they're taking care of, or there's a family member that's living with them and their kids going, or somebody somewhere maybe was on heavy drugs and they have to take over for them. So it's not a lot of that, but that's what's happening. And so those kids are in the high school along with the kids that live in the community. Well, they want to cattle drive these children to Tinley Park. Yeah, man. They want to cattle drive them to Tinley Park at a school called Lincoln School that's closed in Tinley Park. So there's going to have to be some renovations done, not heavy renovations, but minor stuff to be done. But a charge is going to be there. That means now that the revenue sources that these communities, villages was getting, they're not going to get that anymore. That means that some of these teachers are going to lose their jobs. That means some of these maintenance people are going to lose their jobs, because you consolidate into one big school, okay? So good and well, between 4 large schools, teachers are going to lose jobs. Assistant is going to lose jobs. Substitute teachers are going to lose jobs because they won't be needed as much. You're going to have some that are going to keep them, but what they have now, that group is going to be cut down. Remember, cost effective. Come on now, we've seen this before. And what they also mean for homeowners, because that's bad for the children, cattling them to Tinley Park. For homeowners, their taxes is going to go up because the villages is going to make up for the loss of revenues. Now you're going to Tinley Park. They're certainly not going to use their Tinley Park money out there to support that school when non-Tinley Park residents is there, or very, 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 very little is there. So they're going to want more money for operation. That means that these villages, taxes is going to go up again in Matson, Illinois, and Park Forest, Illinois, and Olympia Field, Illinois, and theirs is already extremely high, and in Richton Park, Illinois, and theirs are high. They're next though to University Park, and University Park taxes, which is Will County, is not high as it is in Cook County. Isn't that something? So, nevertheless, the bottom line is that they're having a rally meeting because homeowners got in wind of it and start talking and start making these phone calls to the principals, and so now the principal reported to the school districts, and so now they have to come out so they can try to smooth this over or sell this BS. Because don't forget and remember this, that when Katrina hit, and this is a while back, And a lot of African Americans was coming up to Illinois, and they settled in Illinois along with other states too. They was going out to Tinley Park, and Tinley Park put up a block and said, whoa, we're going to take 3. That's it. We got enough of them. So this is the area that you want to send our kids out to. The same area that's going to be policed by their police. The same department that's going to be inside the school, policing the school over our children, which means that black children on minor scuffles that normally get, I'm going to suspend you and send you home and have a conference with your mom, now will be arrested for that kind of stuff. To go to court. That's more profit going to Tinley Park. And now lawyers have to be hired for misdemeanor. Now the kids has misdemeanor on their record. That's something else. But yet the school board, I'm interested to find out what's their thought process of this, or did you carry that all the way? Now, of course, they may come back and say, one of our schools, a kid brought the gun, shots fired off there. We got police in our schools now. Okay, you got police in your school because one school had that incident, but they really are not needed in all the other schools. And what I don't understand, and my question will be to the school board, you could have hired armed security. And that way that the principal, that the principal still has controlling factor. When police is present and they arrive on the scene to take care of the problem, it becomes a what? Police problem. That means that the principal has no authority to dismiss that because now it's a police problem. So, but if you have armed security there, since you are afraid that these kids are going to come to school with guns, and our area is not like that, but nevertheless, you had one incident, so now you want to arm all of them. Since you want to do that, you could have hired a qualified, reputable armed security firm that they will come in and follow the rules set forth by the board and the rules set forth and report to the who? They will report to the person that's in charge of the school at that location, known as the principal. But instead, we have police there. Interesting. But that's what's going on. So at the Richton Central School, September the 17th at 7 o'clock. I believe it's 7:30, but I'm going to say 7 o'clock. Get there early. At 7 o'clock, be there. Let your voice be heard. How can you pay all this money in taxes and all this money for the homes out here? Because we have homes out here over $500,000. How can we pay all these taxes and then let you cattle drive our children to Tinley Park? Tinley Park. Now, I'm not trying to downgrade Tinley Park, but Tinley, you do have your issues too, and you do have some issues with African Americans, but still, nevertheless, not beating you up completely, but why are you the target school when they can take the largest school right here in Richton Park and consolidate at that school and keep our children in their community and in our school zone? Well, that's my intake on it. I had to give it to you. So show up September the 17th. Even if you don't have no child in high school, show up anyway because it does affect you and affect you through the tax concept. Show up, and show out with respect and with dignity. But show up and show out. Let your voices be heard, and we can put an end to them cattle driving our black boys and our black little ladies out there to Tinley Park. We don't want Tinley Park for our kids to be in Tinley Park. If we wanted Tinley Park, we'd have moved to Tinley Park, bought a house in Tinley Park, paid taxes in Tinley Park. We don't pay taxes in Tinley Park. So why are we now being forced to pay taxes in Tinley Park? Because you want to cattle drive the children out there. So that's my intake on this. I have to share it with you. I don't like it. You know I don't like it because you hear me talking about it. But as my daughter would always say, Daddy, you talk too much. Yeah. I know I do. But I have to get the word out on this. I had to let you guys know that this is what's happening. And so you got to get out there. You really do. You really, truly do. Well, that's Jam the Box that we do on Club Saturday Night. Still got more to come up for you to talk about. I'm going to tell you about Kevin Hart and who else was in a car with Kevin Hart, a female. I'm going to let you know what's up with that. That'll be coming up in the first half of the hour. All right? Jam in the Box here. Jam Master of Soul right here on Club Saturday Night. Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul Club Saturday night. Doing what you do, how you do, when you do. That's what we do here on Club Saturday night. Dave the Man is sitting right here. Doc just passed him over a beer. And I got normally Dave come with Dave beer, but he don't have Dave beer with him today. But Dr. G brought some beer in. Glad you did, Dr. G, as we sit back and relax and enjoy the music. Club Saturday night, baby. Jam in the Box. Jam Master Soul. indeed. Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul, right up in here on Club Saturday Night, doing what we do, how we do, when we do, and having a good time doing it too. Did you see Power? I know I did, and it was bad to the bone. It was bad. I mean, I'm just excited. I can't wait to see the next episode. Power, man, it's getting gooder and gooder and gooder.
Are you feeling down and lonely? Feeling like you can't go on? Just remember, love will find a way. Tell me, are you going through changes? Time seems like it's passing by. Just believe that love will find a way. I see the tears you cry. I see the pain that's in your eyes. So many times you were so lonely, and no one seemed to care. But if your hopes for your tomorrows
Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul Club Saturday night. Man, I'm telling you, feeling so good here on a beautiful Saturday here in the Windy City. Man, it's soon to be fall. It's just not official. Why are you saying that? I don't know, because I know it's coming. And I'm wishing that we were in Hawaii and having Hawaii weather. You notice I didn't say Florida. I said Hawaii. Nothing against your weather, Florida, but you're having a little weather problems, and as well as snake problems in Florida. So we're not saying Florida. So we're going to say Arizona weather. We're going to say Atlanta, Georgia weather. A little bit on some days. Nevertheless, we're going to enjoy our weather. Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul, WHPNN Radio Network. Art of Noise.
days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing a tune. When I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. See the smile waiting in the kitchen, food cooking on the plate for two. Reaching out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Jam in a box. Oh, man. Jam Master Soul doing it to you. Feeling it good, feeling it good, feeling it good. Man, Isley Brothers doing what they do. Oh, man, we still want to dig back a little bit more.
What I think heaven is?
Back. Want to brush off a few.
I think heaven is you.
And give you something good,
You know
too,
that?
huh? Want to try to change the pace a little bit. Jam, baby.
A place where I can find happiness. A place close to your loveliness. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. When there's no time, your love is divine. Heaven must be like this. Heaven must be like this. It must be like this, girl. The sweet and sour taste of love we just made. Heaven must be like this. Must be like this. It must be like this.
There's no place like you. You're all places. A place where I can find happiness. A place close to your loveliness. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. Oh, where there's no time. Your love is divine. Must be like heaven. Must be like this. Heaven. You know heaven is just like you, girl. It must be like this. Listen. The sweet and sour taste of love we just made. A cool place in the shade. A glass of champagne. Your lips are flame. Oh, I go insane. Heaven must be like this. Heaven must be like this. Heaven must be like this. It must be like this. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. There's no time, there's no time. Your love is divine. Heaven must be like, heaven must be like this. Oh, heaven must be like, must be like this. The sweet and sour taste of love we just made. A cool place in the shade. A glass of champagne. Your lips are flame. I go insane. I go insane. Oh, heaven must be like heaven. Must be like this. It must be like this, girl. Heaven must be like this. It must be like
I miss you, baby. I miss you, baby. I swear I do. Ever since you went away, I ain't been doing nothing but thinking. With my head in my hand. You've been away from me so long, and I just don't think I can carry on, so I started drinking each and every night. Trying to drown all my loneliness away, and I go from day to day. Oh Lord, on my hands and knees wishing for your return. And oh, cause I miss you, baby. Oh Lord. You can look at my eyes and see that a great big man like me has been crying my soul and heart out to you. Sitting in my lonely room, filled with nothing but gloom, and I feel hanging all up. 'Cause ever since the day you left, I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, I wish for your return. Oh, yeah. 'Cause I miss you, baby. I miss you, baby. I miss you, baby. I swear I do. I miss you, baby. Without you, baby, there ain't no future. Yeah. Oh, no. I miss you, baby. I miss you, baby. I miss you, baby. Without you, I don't know what to do with myself, what to do with my time.
Hello?
Oh, Lord.
Did I disturb you?
What am I gonna do without you?
I mean to take up too much of your time, but just thought I'd give you a ring and see how you was doing. How's everything?
I miss you,
A
baby.
friend of mine told me he saw you the other day.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Said you were still looking good. Made me feel kind of good, you know.
I'm all alone and I miss you, baby.
Told me that you did ask about me.
Baby.
Hey, baby. Oh, baby. I've been really meaning to trying to get to talk to you before now, but you know how a man's pride is. Sometimes it kind of won't let him do what he want to do. Guess what? It ain't no future, babe. I know this is gonna knock you dead. I even went out and got a gig. Oh, forgot you not hip to the hip talk. Plain J.O.B., baby. Working 8 hours a day. All the overtime I can get. I don't know, I guess it might be too late, but without you, I die. I swear I miss you. Say how lucky I done been. Well, you know, being they got that lottery, I hit it. Like to kind of make up for a lot of things that just seem not to go right. Don't want you to think I'm trying to buy like your love or your friendship. But now I feel I got a chance to kind of make things up to you a little bit. I miss you, baby. Listen, baby. Enough about you and me. Listen, baby. How's my little son? But I got to tell you this. You ever asked about me? I know you found somebody new. And I just don't know what to do. Does he still like to go down by the supermarket? I bet he don't love you like I love you. He can give you the world. If I could just, if I could just see you. Can't really say what you mean or what you want over the phone. I swear I miss you. You done heard it 10 times or more, but swear I done changed. Swear I done changed.
We're gonna do a little bit of back-to-back, track-to-track of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, featuring Teddy Pendergrass.
Romance isn't dead.
Back-to-back, track-to-track, doing what we do, how we do, when we do. That's what we do. Come on, Dave, turn it down for me, baby. Come on. You punching the wrong buttons up there, buddy. There you go. That's right, buddy. I want to do a back-to-back. I did that. Okay, Dave. Well, maybe I did. Here's Ladder Boy. Well, we're going to come back, huh? Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul, Club Saturday Night. just gotta straighten out something sometime. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. I don't care if you're married, single, divorced, engaged, or shacking. You gotta straighten out something every now and then. But I want you to think about all the times that you've heard somebody say, let's straighten it out. Think about it. And I guarantee you that most of the time, it was a man who said it. Now the reason why I say that is, well, let's face it, most of the time it's a man who makes it crooked in the first place. We don't mean no harm, that's just the way we are. Sometimes we do have a tendency to sort of take you for granted, don't we? Always acting like we don't understand some things. But I believe a woman feels things deeper than a man. I don't care what nobody says. I believe a woman loves stronger than a man. Because you see, sometimes we just don't seem to understand. I know because, you see, I'm speaking from experience. Because I came home one day and my woman was just going all around the house, not having very much to say. And I was kind of puzzled. I didn't know what to do. So I looked her straight in the eye and I said, sit yourself down, girl, and talk to me. And tell me what's on your mind. Don't you keep on telling me everything's okay. 'Cause if it wasn't, you wouldn't be crying. You've been tossing and turning in your sleep lately, baby. Sitting around pouting all day long. Now how the hell you expect me to understand when I don't even know what's wrong? Let's straighten it out, baby. Let's straighten it out. When you turn your back to me and you covered your head, oh, you didn't even say goodnight. If you're tired and you don't want to be bothered, baby, just say the word and I'll leave you alone. Instead of laying there crying your eyes out, baby, you and me ought to be getting it on. Let's straighten it out, baby. I said straighten it out. Honey, let's straighten it out. I want to straighten it out. Let's straighten it out. Baby, 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 straighten it out. Honey, 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 I want to straighten it out. All night long, baby, straighten it out. Now how the hell you expect me to understand when I don't even know what's wrong? Baby, 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 say straighten it out. That's all I wanna do, baby.
Jam in the box. Jam Master Soul. Club Saturday Night, baby. Do what you do, and I'm feeling good
doing it with you. Had a little slight hiccup in there. Dr. G, man, doing what he does so well, thinking of Doc. He's here. Love you, Doc. Love you, man. Dave the man, of course, is here. He's our engineer. We're doing a little loving song, too. One time with a jam, baby.
You're just as sweet as peaches and cream. As sweet as peaches and cream. You must have stepped right out of my dream. 'Cause you and I were meant to be. 'Cause you and I were meant to be. I am a very fortunate guy. Lucky to have you all of the time. One of a kind, you know, to me so fine. I thank the Lord for you, and I thank the Lord for you, yeah. Just you and I, that's how it will be. Together with me, just you and me. Let there be nothing standing our way. Hear what I say, because we're both deserving deserving of each other's love. Deserve each other. We both deserve each other's love. Both deserve each other's love. Deserving of each other's love. Deserve each other's love. We both deserve each other's love.
LTD gets no better than that. With LTD, as we jam in the box with them. Oh man, I'm telling you, gets no better than LTD. Man, gotta do what we do, how we do, when we do. Still blowing off the stack. Digging back into my prehistoric stack. That's when music was music, right?
I've been thinking.
Mighty sounds of the chick of Harvey. No. Robin's on the Dells.
And it ain't the one that I've been dreaming. For once I feel my head spinning. But early this morning, when I opened my eyes, that old lonesome feeling took me by surprise. I guess you've been more than I
wish that you were here. And baby girl, I was tired, so I lay down to dream a while. And lately I've been so uninspired without the comfort of your smile. But I'm not complaining, 'cause that's how it goes. There's always some honey in this world, I suppose. But you can't imagine, nobody knows the love stays on my mind, stays on my mind, stays on my mind, stays on my mind. I never will forget you, baby. That stays on my mind. Why? How can I tell you? That stays on my mind. No, 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 no. That stays on my mind. I never will forget you, baby. That stays on my mind. It's so lonesome without you, love. That stays on my mind.
Mighty sounds of the jazz, huh? Gonna tell you, huh? Yeah, Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul Club, Saturday night, doing what you do, how you do, when you do. That's what you do. Shout out. Do I do shout outs? I do shout outs sometimes. I'm always going to do some kind of shout out. Got to give a shout out to, I'm always going to give a shout out to my uncle, the Mighty Mingo. So I was going to give him a shout. So just give a shout out to him and knowing that he's doing good and doing well, and hope that he continue to do good and do well. Love you, man. Love you so much. And I just want to give him that shout out to let him know. Jam Master Soul. I want to tell you about something because it's at the top of the hour, and it's the top of the hour. About 10 minutes after. Thank you, Dave the Man. It's about 10 minutes after, but I'm going to tell you about what happened last Sunday with Kevin Hart. Now, I know some of you guys already know this. Some of you guys may already know this already, and some of you may not know this. Okay, so I want to tell you about what transpired, what took place with Kevin Hart. Okay, Kevin Hart. Dave, you got that? Huh? I'm sorry. You don't have it? Okay. All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Okay. Early Sunday morning, last Sunday, in Malibu, California, Dave was driving his 1970 Plymouth. Now, it's a bar called, I don't know how you say that. It was B-A-R, how do you spell it? Because I'm real good on spelling, but let's see. Let me think of it again. B-A-R, I think R-E-C-U-D-A, Barracuda. It's an old 1970 car. I did see that back in the 70s. My dad, I never liked that car anyway, so I don't see the fascination over it. But Dave bought that car, and the car was driven by Gerard Black. One thing that I love about this is that, can you take the echo off a little bit, Dave? One thing that I love about this is that there was no drugs, alcohol, none of that illegal substance in the car, in their bodies, or on them. Thank God. Man, thank you. Moving on. Now, what could have happened, because I got to use my own imagination, when you're driving on that narrow California road, swinging around these mountains area, okay? California got a lot of mountains, and this kind of stuff that happens. It could have been an animal that could have jumped out in his way. This animal could have jumped out in the way and caused him to swerve. We don't know that for sure, but you do have animals in that area, and that animal could have very easily, who knows what kind of animal, our imagination could wonder, because what would steer a car suddenly off the road with no other cars was in the area to cause that? So you got to say, you know, and I know the first thing that people want to say, oh, drugs, man. No, I want no drugs. Thank God for that. There was no drugs involved. So what animal was in the way that steered the vehicle off the road? Because he swerved so he didn't have to hit the car. This is my interpretation, Jack Master Soul interpretation, because this is what I believe would happen. You know, only they can clarify whether I'm right or wrong. Looking at the car and the damage to the car, it's like that a truck hit it, you know, tore it up. You know, I mean, they're lucky to be pretty much alive. But trees did all this stuff, bushes and etc. This road, and this happened around about 12:45 a.m., okay, on this narrow road. And this is around what they call the turn from the Coal Canyon Road. It's called that because it's that interesting curve. It's that sharply curve. In California, curve is called Coal Canyon Curve. It is a multiple lane drive, but again, you still have to curve, and if you try to dodge and dip and lose control, especially for the old car, because you know these old cars don't have this computer that can help your car stability, be able to stabilize the vehicle in assisting to you. That's why they came up with this technology, because cars like that didn't have it, and things like that can happen. But they both sustained major back injury. Kevin Hart did leave the scene of the accident after officials was there, after the state troopers and all. He declined to go to the hospital, and so he left. Gerard Black went to the hospital. Later on at the hospital, maybe a day later, his dad made the announcement for him that he had to go under major surgery for his back. It's never going to heal, man. It's never going to heal right. Back is so hard. I mean, it may heal right. Don't say that. It may heal right. It may heal beautifully with the grace of God. You know, but our scientists and our doctors don't have a clue. And they want to go to the moon and every place else, but they can't help you with your back. But nevertheless, that's what's happening. Kevin Hart went home later, had pain. It had to be excruciating pain because he wound up going to the hospital himself. Now, also in the vehicle was Rebecca. Now, I'm gonna spell her last name because I want to butcher it. Sorry, Rebecca. BROXTERMANY. She is the trainer for Kevin Hart's wife. She's Kevin Hart's personal trainer. Not his first trainer, but his wife's personal trainer. Because, she had a baby not too long ago. And so she wanted to, get rid of whatever excess weight that came along with the baby. And so she's Kevin Hart's he's Kevin Hart's wife, personal trainer, Miss Hart. So, what's her name? Eniko. ENIKO. Eniko Hart. Okay, I hope I'm saying your name right. And she was in the back seat. Now, she sustained minor injuries, declined medical assistance, and said, I'm going to go to my own doctor. And so she left. Okay? Now, to stop the tabloids from trying to make mincemeat of this, she was the girlfriend of Gerard Black, who was driving the car. That was his woman. Okay? Kevin Hart, just friends. So it was just what it is, an accident. Okay? Dwayne Johnson, better known as AKA The Rock, contacting him and wishing him well and speedy recovery. They got a movie coming up too, and so he's hoping that he can recover so they can do that movie. They did a movie together before. Many other actors that done movies with Kevin Hart and know Kevin Hart gave him wishing wells, and as I do too, the Jam Master of Soul, right here from WHP-NN Radio Network, is wishing Kevin Hart a speedy recovery and a healing recovery by the grace of God. And I certainly hope and believe that his faith is the key factor for this. Wishing you well, my brother. Wishing you well, my brother. I want you to get well. Get well, get well, get well. Good comedian, good actor, good career. We want you to get well. But you see how quickly that God can take you from things, not saying that this is what God did, but see how quickly things that you have that you can take for granted can be taken away from you so quickly. You may be on top of the world, but tomorrow you could be at the bottom and on the foot of the world when you was riding high. Now you're riding low with nothing. So why not make sure that and make prepared in case something like that happens? But why not take care of you? Like I said before, many people in their homes, their home is protected. They have insurance for their homes. Everything is insured but them. Everything is insured but them. Why do you, especially I'm talking to my people. I know Hispanic people got it bad too, but I'm talking to my people, my African American people, my black people. Why do you cut everything else when money get tight, but you won't protect yourself or your wife? How sick are you? You run from the word insurance, but you use it for everything else. But you're on Facebook and social media and in the church and in community centers asking for money to bury, and you never get enough. You never get enough. Family not going to do it unless you got pretty to-do, close-knit, well-off family. You're covered. How many people is blessed like that? Blessed by the best to be blessed like that. Not many. So you go to the church. The church cannot pay for your entire funeral. I'm telling you this for real. They cannot. They can't afford it. They help you the best way they can. They give you what they can. Because you're not the only one tapping on their doorstep asking for help. Your church. But let me ask you something. If you have a policy, are you leaving a percentage of your death benefit to your church? You ought to think about that. You ought to think about that. You love your church, then you want your church to live on for generations and generations and generations to come. It's not just for you right now. It's for you and the generation after you. You got to think like that. So I say to you that if you don't have homeowners insurance, you better get it. I say to you, if you don't have life insurance, simple life insurance, whole life policy, term policy. You don't have life insurance, you need to get up off your duffy because you're wasting time and putting your people who you claim you love in a hell of a situation when times is tough. It's $8,500 to bury someone. I mean, not to bury them, but to have a funeral. That doesn't include burial, opening and closing the grave. You need about $10,000 or $9,000 in some cases. But you need to have a $10,000 policy. If you don't have that, you need to call 708-577-0328. Say it again, 708-577-0328. Ask for Rick Montgomery. Get him. He will help you. Affordable. He'll tailor it to your need. It'll be tailored to your need. 708-577-0328. Somebody got to tell you. Somebody got to warn you. Somebody got to put the word out for you. Because your life can be taken just that quickly. Kevin Hart could have died just that quickly. Gerard could have died just that quickly. Rebecca could have died just that quickly. You never know. Written in the book of life, man will never know, and woman will never know the day or the time of when it's time to edit from this plane. So make the proper preparation and stop following them old school. I mean, I love my old school. I really do love some of my old school grandmamas and them, but some of them are still stuck. They stuck. They've been abused or used, beat down, kicked down, spit on, urine on. It's going to be hard for them to look at something like this and say, okay, you got to help them see this. Help them with their final legacy. And don't you tell me I'm going to handle it for them, because you can't. How you going to handle your stuff and handle their stuff too at the same time and grieve at the same time? You're cheating. You're cheating yourself. Help them finish the final legacy. So you have grieving time when they depart to go on to the great I am, to the next plane, as an energy spirit. You now on this plane can grieve that leaves room for what they have taught you to, as that seed they put many times, many seeds in you to grow. Because you'll never forget them, because they're always a part of you. But you got to help them, especially if they can't help themselves with their final legacy. And if you're a man out there and got a wife out there and you're the only breadwinner and you're working and she has no insurance and you're talking, hey, I'm going to give her, I'm going to cremate her, but you got nothing to cremate and you ain't got no money. You don't have the $5,000 it's going to take to do the cremation. And what type of cremation are you talking about? Is she going to have a wake and then be cremated? Because you cremate her and a lot of her relatives that's flying in from California, Alabama, Mississippi, and they get up here and all they see is an urn and a picture, you're going to piss them off. They're like, what the hell? I flew up here just to look at a damn picture and an urn? So you need to make the proper preparation. And if you haven't done it for your wife, times are tough time. It can be tailored to your need. It can be tailored to the need. It can be inexpensive. It can be as low as $24. It can be inexpensive a month. 708-577-0328. 708-577-0328. That's my preaching. I did it. Went over time doing it. Sorry, Karen Young Jordan. But I have to do what I have to do to get the point across, because so many of you is just that damn stubborn. Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul, Club, Saturday night. about the late, great Tyrone Davis on the west side of Chicago. Man, I'm telling you, I had the pleasure to meet Tyrone several times. Man, he had a lounge on the west side of Chicago. It was bad. That's the Tyrone Davis that I know. And that met Tyrone again at Universal Recording Studio, 46 East Walden, when he came in to do a song. And that song rose to the Billboard chart number 30, and he did a good job on that. And wound up appearing on American Bandstand. Now, that was Tyrone Davis back in the good days. Johnny Taylor, baby. One time with a jam, I want to put my finger in it one time. As a Mighty Bingo would say.
While you're staying out all night long, yeah. I got a little advice for you. When she stopped asking about where you been, yeah, that's when you better start to make it on in. When she stopped worrying about where you go, yeah, might be a sign that the girl just don't care anymore. It's like a mother worried about a child. When he comes in early, she brings a sigh of relief for a while. It's the same thing with a good love affair. Oh yeah. When a girl stops showing concern, maybe she no longer cares. When she stops asking about where you been, better think about it. Well, you better quit what you're doing and bring it on in. When she stops worrying about where you go, yeah, that might be the sign that the girl just don't care anymore. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your life, but you wanna think it over. Think it over, boy. You might go out and party and stay out all night long. I can understand I'm being mad whenever I get home. When she stops asking about where you been, well, that's when you better start to make it on in. When she stops worrying about where you go, yeah, it might be a sign that the girl don't care anymore. Think about it. When she stops asking about where you been, you better stop, you better stop, you better stop and try to make it in. When she stops worrying about where you go, yeah, seems like the girl's trying to tell you she don't want you anymore. When she stops asking about where you been, yeah, you better stop what you're doing and make it on in.
Johnny Taylor. That's almost sound like hole in the wall music a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm gonna dig a little bit back, and I'm gonna take it to a little bit of hole in the wall. Give me about 15 minutes, man. I got to give you something that you ain't got before. If because I'm gonna sprinkle a little blues in it on that. Then I'm gonna pull up out of there for you. But I got to do what I do, man. I mean, just so you can understand music and what's happening and where this music come from and how good it is. Here's a commissioner here in Cook County, Jerry Butler. My grandmother used to babysit him. Yeah, he saw her, and he remembered. Thank God. He had his blonde wife with him. I'm gonna dig back in the Prince of Stack. I'm gonna give you a little sprinkle of hole in the wall music, just a little bit. Something that me and the Mighty Mingo used to do. I gotta give it to you, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna bring you back. Hey, Jerry Butler.
No need to explain. Thank the angels for you, that you were warm enough. Try to make it easier for me.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, I'll be right by your
Thank God for you. Thank God. For it's very nice to see there's a man who understands how hard it is to take your hand and try to explain. Oh,
put it there. Oh, baby. I done found myself a new friend. Oh, see you getting stuff it out. That someone else is coming in. She said you've been stuffing out. That someone else is coming in. Oh, baby. She said you've been stuffing out, baby. Someone else is stuffing in. She said.
Woo, Lord, ZZ here, hole in the wall music. Yeah, that's what we used to call it back then. You go in the hole in the wall, and they'd be jamming the box with that. Hole in the wall music is what we used to call. You know what they say? If you don't like blues, you got a hole in your soul. I'm trying to blend it in right so you can appreciate. I'm gonna say it again. I'm trying to blend it in right so you can appreciate the music. Bobby Blue Bland.
They call it Stormy Monday.
I'm so glad that I got my mama to talk to Bobby on the phone.
But
Bobby was at Universal Recording Studio.
bad.
It made her day. And they had so much in common. Even her cousins were friends of Bobby Blue Bland that she didn't even know. They talked for 3
Just
hours.
as bad.
Jamming the box, jamming as a soul, man. I'm telling you.
Wednesday's words loud and Thursday's also sad.
Hole in the wall music, baby. Come on.
The eagle flies on Friday,
And tap it on that doorstep.
and Saturday I go out to play.
Let that boogie in.
Yes, the eagle flies on Friday,
That's when music was music.
and Saturday I go out to play.
Yeah, that's where you can enjoy.
Sunday I go to church, and I kneel down and pray. And this is what I say, baby. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy on me. You know I cried, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy on me. You know I'm trying to find my baby. Won't somebody please send her home to me? Yeah. Lord, have mercy on me. I said I cried, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy on me. You know I'm trying to find my baby. Wow, send her home to me. Oh yeah.
Whew, man, get funky, baby. Hole in the wall music. Hole in the wall music. There it is. This is my mama. This is my mama kind of music, huh? She made me like this. I am so blessed and so glad. Little Milton, baby.
You know my baby told me not so very long ago. She said, I don't love you, darling, and you got to let me go. That was too much for me. That's why I walk the back street and cry.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to give you another bit, half an hour in the show coming.
You know it hurt me so bad.
Turn it back a little bit, huh? I want you to know what you're missing out on.
You my baby said.
Come on, Dave, get rid of that for me. Come on. Come on, Dave.
Here's another thing she said. She said, another reason that made me want to leave. You ain't got enough of nothing to keep me halfway pleased. I tell y'all that was too much for me. That's why I walk the back street and cry. Oh yeah. Oh, it hurt me so bad. Yes, it did. To hear my baby say goodbye. She said, you're a good man, baby, to treat me like you do. Oh, yeah. She said, you ain't done nothing to me, but I just can't stay here with you. Oh, I stood and watched my baby as far as I could see. You know the girl, she started running. Yes, she did. After waving goodbye to me. I'm here to tell you that was too much for me. I walked the back street and cried. That hurt me so bad. Yes, it did. To hear my baby
tell you, bye. That sounds of the blues, huh? And I'm gonna tell you just like it is. If you don't like the blues, you got a hole in your soul. You need to fill that gap in your soul, because blues is, music came from gospel trench going into blues, and the blues singers were singing the pain that they had, and then it grew into R&B, rock and roll. Man, one time, bye. WHPNN Radio Network. Yes, baby. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it.
Feel like the ball game on a rainy day. Since I've lost my baby, I shake my head and walk away. Sometimes I wanna stay here, then again I wanna leave. Sometimes I wanna leave here, then again I wanna stay. I just can't make my mind up. I shake my head and walk away. I'm trying to tell you people, tell you just how I feel. I'm trying to tell you people, trying to tell you just how I feel. I feel so bad, yes I do. My baby gave me a dirty deal. I shake my head and walk away. I just walk away. Sometimes I wanna stay here, then again I wanna leave. Yes, I do. Sometimes I wanna leave here, then again I wanna stay. Alright. Since I've got my clothes back, I catch a train and ride away. Gonna ride away. I'm gonna ride away. I'm gonna leave. I'm so lonely.
People are, it's no better than that. Old school jam.
Oh yeah.
That's indeed my sounds of the blues. Man, I'm telling you. Dave, turn it down a little bit. I'm telling you, that's my mama. That's my daddy's song. That's your mama, your daddy. That's your song because you grew up on it too. Man, we're reminiscing. We're going back in time, baby. That's what Club Saturday Night do. We play all kinds, but that's what we do. Here's one from 19, and that was Little Milton, just in case you didn't know, that went away. But here's one from 1969. I like this one. I was a little boy. And I love all music. Gospel, rock and roll, R&B. divided and classified it. And now blues, baby, and gospel.
The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. You'll be sorry someday. The thrill is gone. It's gone away from me. The thrill is gone, baby. The thrill is gone away from me. Although I'll still live on. So long
Soul, baby. Yeah, talk about the big leg women, huh? Yeah, I can tell you about the big leg women. I got one of my own. I can tell you about the big leg women, man. I'm telling you. I mean, her leg was so beautiful and big. It was just so. She was sexy as hell to me with her big legs. I'm telling you, man. I remember my aunt's husband waking up. Was at his house. And he looked over, he woke up and looked at my wife's legs. I had to look at him like, whoa, you better slow your roll, Doc. I know her legs look good. Yeah, that's why I chose her. Not because of the legs, because of other things just as well. But, man, what it is. So just that sharing with your big leg woman is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful, men love big legs. Some don't, stupid. Men love big legs. Okay. First call for alcohol. Club Saturday Night. Jam in the Box. Jam Master Soul. First call for alcohol. And we're going to get into this. Now, I know some people saying, you playing the blows. Hey. You got a hole in your soul? Something wrong with you? You better fill that hole in that soul, and the blues can do that for you. If you don't let the blues fill a hole in your soul, and you want to tune out and go, that's on you, because I'm not going to stop playing the blues because you want to vibrate. The blues is what got us here. It's what got us in what you call rock and roll. It's what got us here in what you call gospel. It's what got us here in what you call R&B. It's what got us here in what you call rap. Blues is what did it. I don't have to preach blues. Blues preach itself because every other artist takes from it. So I don't really have to preach it. All I got to do is just play it. And I'm playing from reminiscing. Old school, baby. Old school style. First call for alcohol on Club Saturday Night. First call for alcohol. Dave, turn down a little bit. Just, come on. I love you. Just a little bit tap more. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. There it is. Because that's kind of disturbing. Thank you. I tried to do that last week. And yesterday. I had such a hard time. It taught me to be appreciated of you for what you can do. And I thank you so much for what you do. You are a smart ass, but I thank you so much for what you do. And you do it so well. And I appreciate it. And in the short time that we had James here, you helped him out too. He did a great job too, just as well under your protege. Thank you so much, Dr. G. Of course, in house. Hey, Cindy, what's happening with you, girl? Would you like to say hi or anything like that? Doc, you train them well. Okay. Gotta stop it. First call for alcohol. Mean no harm. I mean no harm. Do what I do. Say what I say. Man, I gotta fill a gap. I gotta feel it. Jam in the Box, Jam Master Soul, baby. Club Saturday Night. First call for alcohol. First call. The club going to close. First call.
Guess you better slow your Mustang down. Oh yeah. You've been running all over town now. Oh, guess I have to put your flat feet on the ground. But I said now, listen, all you wanna do is ride around Saturday. All you wanna do is ride around Saturday.
Second call for alcohol. Second call for alcohol.
All you wanna do is ride around Saturday. Put your flat feet on the ground.
Whew, Lord, jumping about your message. So, man, second call for alcohol. We gotta do what we do, how we do. Time is want to tick on us a little bit. Dave, what you doing? Get some of this stuff out of here. Clean it up, Dave. Clean it up, Dave. I got 15 minutes to go, baby. I gotta get them all in there. One time, Junior walking to All Stars. Alcohol. Countdown, baby. Club Saturday night. Jumping about your message. So, man, I'm telling you, second call for alcohol. What I say, I'm feeling it, baby. I'm digging deep. Yeah, you got that deep spirit in me coming out. alcohol. Club Saturday night. Let's call for alcohol. Get the feeling that you need, baby.
I want you to keep me satisfied. I know that time. I'm gonna dance
in the box, Jam Master Soul. Last call for alcohol on Club Saturday Night. Do what you do, how you do what you do. Man, you can't do it without ending. I'm trying to squeeze one more in. Will there be an after party? Or after mass is what I call it. I call it after mass. They hate that. They say after party. No, we're not going to call it after mass. After mass. Yeah, it'd be a 1 hour after mass. Jam Master Soul got to go. I'll do after mass. I'll do after mass on Club Saturday Night. But you can only view after mass by going to WHPNN Radio Network Facebook. You gotta go to the Facebook to get the Aftermath. Aftermath is not published throughout the social media. You gotta get it on WHPNN Radio Network, and Club Saturday Night has a Facebook too. Somebody gotta manage that Facebook. I can't do everything, but nevertheless.
Baby, no, and giving yourself to me can never be wrong. If the love is true, oh baby, don't you know how sweet and wonderful life can be? I'm asking you, get it on with me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I ain't gonna worry, I ain't gonna push, I won't push you, baby. Come on, baby, stop being nice. Yeah.
Call for alcohol, y'all.
Hey, let your love come out.
You gotta go up. You gotta get up and go up out of here.
Even love, let's get it on. Ooh, let's get it on, baby. This minute. Oh, yeah, let's get it on.
Jam on it.
Please get it on.
Let's call. Yes, baby. Let's go, alcohol. Yeah.
If the spirit moves you, let me groove. Good, let your love come down. Oh, get it on. Come on, baby.
The song I'm supposed to end with, you know what? I just changed it. I just changed it. I can't end with that song. I got to end with this song. This is a song I have to end with. I got to end Club Saturday Night with this song. This song has to be the one Betty Wright song from 1978. It's still a classic to this day. One time for the ladies. One time for you ladies. I'm not going to even call out the parts of you because God made you so wonderful and so beautiful. He made you part of us. That's why we love you. That's why we want you. That's why we some of us crave for you, but some of us really need you. And we're glad to have you. Jam in the box for the lovers. Jam in the box for you trying to put something together. Jam in the box if you're just together and you're together for love, even though you may feel it's dying, but you're there. Jam the box. Love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to Club Saturday Night. There will be an after party. We will do one for an hour for your after party, so stay tuned for after party. Just hang in there. We'll give you an hour of some good songs just as well. But after that, it's it. I love you guys so much. We'll see you at the end of the month of what? September.
You see, I come from one of those pretty large families. And
Last call. Good night, y'all.
And you know, you never grow up to your mother. I'll never forget the way she looked at me when I played it for her. She said, I like the music. You know, baby, the melody is really nice. But I know you're not going to sing that song. But we eased it right on by her. Yes, we did. And it became one of my biggest records, too. So I want you to do this for me, if you will. Everybody, think back to your very first time. Now I'll give you a little while longer because I know some of you have to think back a little bit further than others. Come on now, I want you to play catch up. And I don't want you to wait until I get to the end of my song saying, oh yeah, now I remember. Now, whether it was good, or you just smiling, it was good. Or on the other hand, if it was not so good, here's my story. Tonight is the night that you make me your woman. You said you'd be gentle with me, and I hope you will. I'm nervous and I'm trembling, waiting for you to walk in. I'm trying hard to relax, but I just can't.